How's it going, guys? It's me, Technologydude117, and today I'm coming at you with 10 minutes of Syndicate Co-op gameplay. The Syndicate Co-op demo was just released today on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. Now, this is the Xbox 360 version of the demo. The reason I downloaded the demo for Xbox 360 is because Sony does not update the PlayStation Store until 5 o'clock p.m. and I didn't feel like waiting that long to play the demo, so I downloaded the Xbox 360 version. Now, I will probably be picking this game up on PlayStation 3 day one, reason being because EA publishes the game, and you know how EA has been all over Sony recently in the last few years with all this exclusive content, such as the I wouldn't call it exclusive content, but I would call it like early access to content and stuff like that, such as the Back to Karkand expansion for Battlefield 3 that came out like a week early on PS3. But right now you guys are probably wondering, what are my thoughts on Syndicate? Now, for those of you who didn't know, Syndicate has made it to my top 15 most anticipated games list of 2012. If you guys did not see that video, I will probably post a link to it in the description down below. Now, my thoughts on Syndicate: it's a fantastic game. It definitely reminds me of Deus Ex meets Crysis 2. Now, just by looking at this gameplay, you guys can tell that the game looks phenomenal. The rain dripping on the screen, just the way the gun looks, the lighting effects, just the visuals overall are just high quality. The textures pop. Everything is just really great. Now, sure, there might not be a lot of colors aside from your usual gray and dark colors, but the game looks and plays fantastically. Now, the one thing that I definitely have to get used to is the aiming system. The aiming system is a lot like Crysis 2. It's not like Call of Duty where if somebody runs in front of your gun, the gun follows them. Like, it actually has a mind of its own. In this game, you actually have to literally aim for yourself. That's why sometimes in the gameplay, it might be a little embarrassing for myself, but sometimes in this gameplay, I can't line up the shot perfectly because the guys are moving and the gun just doesn't follow them, and I'm not used to that, and it's embarrassing to almost say that I'm a little bit too used to the way Call of Duty plays. But the game is definitely great. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun, but the way the game feels, I think it's probably not going to receive the highest scores. Now, the game does come out February in the end of February, I believe. February 22nd, 2012 is when the game releases. But there's a couple of low quality things that I kind of just felt while playing this co-op demo. Now, I know you really shouldn't be basing the full game off of a demo, but the voice acting wasn't that great, and the way the missions are set up, it's not the best. And I mean, there is like a few like mini bosses, I guess you can say, like sergeants, and the game, it's probably going to be good. I could see it getting like a 7.5 just because it's probably going to have a mediocre story. It's basically 2062, I believe it is, and the world has fallen to business corporations. There's no government anymore, and basically the business corporations own anything, or own everything, and each business has a agent or a syndicate which goes around to other businesses and destroys them, destroys them or lowers the competition. Now, in this particular co-op mission, you and 3 other agents are tasked with taking down some general guy, or he might be a sergeant, and basically his company, or he's working for a company that's trying to slander and basically hinder your company's business. So your job is to get in there, kick ass, and make sure your company profits and that these guys don't take away from your profit. Now, I'm not really sure how they're going to set up the story, but if you guys have not seen the trailers, the game looks absolutely awesome. I mean, you get to control other people. There's a part in the trailer where you control somebody and the guy like commits suicide, or you make him commit suicide. It's a pretty crazy game. It definitely has some good concepts. I like the whole cyberpunk atmosphere. It definitely feels like a cyberpunk game, that is for sure. But as I was saying, there definitely are a few aspects which I'm a bit iffy with, which is the voice acting and how they're basically just gonna put the story as a whole together. I mean, maybe the game will be good, but this is just my honest opinion and my honest prediction from playing the demo. If you guys play the demo, you'll probably feel the same way that I do. But there's a few different guns in the demo. There's a shotgun, submachine gun, and I definitely can't wait to see what other guns there are in the full game when it launches. Now, there are 4 different syndicates to choose from. There's 2 girls and 2 guys. There's a huge guy, which is like a tank, and then everybody else is just like regular. And there's 4 different classes to choose from. There's a offensive class, a defensive class, a support class, and I believe there's one other class. That actually might be it. That might just be the only 3 classes there were: the offensive, defensive, and support. But I'm not completely sure. What class I'm running with in the co-op here is the offensive class. And you guys have already noticed, but my Xbox 360 controller, it does get disconnected during this gameplay twice. I don't know, I've been having a lot of problems with it recently. I was playing some Gears of War this morning, and the controller disconnected, so I'm gonna have to contact Microsoft about that. But hopefully that doesn't take away from the whole experience, which is Syndicate. Now, the co-op, I don't think the story is going to be like the co-op. I think the co-op missions are just separate co-op missions, you know what I mean? I don't think it's actual like story missions, because if this is the way that the story plays out, it's basically very cluttered, and it's not really cinematic at all. There's no cutscenes or anything really. So if this is actually what the single player is like, but it's just you going in without people, it's the story's not going to be that strong, and I definitely wouldn't see a lot of people falling in love with this game. But for co-op, it's fun. There's definitely a lot of shit going on, and it's basically you versus the 4 other people. As you guys probably have seen, there was a leaderboard that pops up periodically throughout the gameplay here. And if this is the way that the single player is set up, where you go in and do like these little missions and there's no like cutscenes or anything, it's not going to be that great. It's kind of convoluted and pretty cluttered with the stuff that you have to do, like, oh, hack this security terminal, do this, do that, do that. There's like a million different objectives, and it's kind of like Left 4 Dead in the sense that there's no story, if this is what the single player is going to be like. But I mean, that doesn't stop the game from being fun, which it definitely is. The gunplay is fast and furious. Everything is just a lot of fun. The co-op, or the whole co-op experience that I had, was a blast. I was just playing it up with 4 random people on Xbox Live, and we were definitely having a good time. Well, I was having a good time. I thought the demo was a lot of fun. But if this is what, like I said, if this is what the single player is going to be like, I'm worried for Syndicate. But you get like points for kills and stuff. Personally, I don't think that the story is going to be like this, but you never know. I don't even know who's developing the game. I completely forgot who is developing the game, but I believe this is their first time actually ever developing a game. But so far they've done an excellent job with the engine and the way the game runs overall. But if they, like, sure, there's been companies in the past that have focused solely on the graphics and not enough on the story, which could definitely hinder the overall experience of Syndicate. But I want to see Syndicate succeed. I do not want to see it fail. I want it to be an excellent game. It definitely can be an excellent game. Now, on the first-person shooter market nowadays, there's definitely not a lot of room for new shooters, because people are just in with their niche, which are like the Battlefield games, Call of Duty games. People really don't like going outside of the box, so I'm not really sure if Syndicate is going to sell too well, even if it is a good game. But I want to see it succeed. I want to see it sell a lot, and I think it could definitely do it. But with all these people there's a lot of people who don't have open minds. And I'm not trying to bash anybody or talk trash about anybody, but there's a lot of people who do not have open minds and just think Call of Duty is like the greatest game ever. I've seen people like that comment on my videos like, oh yeah, Call of Duty is better. And it's like somebody saying that Call of Duty is better than Azor's Wrath. You can't even compare the two games. They're completely different. And there's just a lot of people who are completely closed-minded when it comes to first-person shooter games and consoles alike. But I definitely think Syndicate could do well. I want to see it succeed, and I cannot wait to get it. It does not come out February 22nd. I said that because that was the Vita release date. It comes out February 21st, the day right before the Vita's launch. Now, I will definitely be picking this up day one unless it gets a terrible review. But I will most likely pick this up, and you guys could definitely stay tuned on my channel for a walkthrough for the game. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this Syndicate gameplay. And if you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching.